YouTube! Yo, this is lit. All right, YouTube, what's popping? It's your boy sog.prince. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me chill with the voices. Let me relax. Let me relax. I'm a little too happy, but guys, I'm finally doing it. Oh wait, I'm tripping. Sorry, you're seeing all my streaming stuff. All right, so let's just go ahead and full screen this. Let's redo and recue that introduction. If I can pull up. Right. Fire for that. This thing don't wanna. There we go. Oh, it should. Okay. If it's not going to let me do that, then cool. This is what we're going to have to do then. We're going to have to finesse it. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. This is my first time really streaming for real. But YouTube, what's poppin'? It's your boy sog.prince, and this is my first ever stream. I've been wanting to do this for a really long time, and I've been procrastinating. But I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? So today we're going to be going into CLO 3D. This is if you don't know first of all, if you don't know who I am, my name is Prince. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fashion designer of the brand Okiafopa. Okiafopa is a Ghanaian brand, but it does not discriminate against any race, color, ethnicity, ideologies. It is a Christian brand, though, respectfully. I'm a follower of Christ, so like that's I gotta stand for that. I gotta stamp it. But essentially, today what I want to be able to do is just kind of show everyone my design process, because like I truly believe 3D design is the future of fashion, and I want to be able to kind of like showcase how powerful this tool is, CLO 3D. I had a couple of people reach out to me on Instagram when I made like some renderings and some it was like some animations I had made of like walking videos and stuff. So I want to be able to like showcase that and kind of like show the behind the scenes to let y'all know like anyone can do it. Anyone can do this, and it's not just me. You know what I'm saying? So it just takes a little bit of time, but once you understand the hotkeys or the shortcuts you use in CLO 3D, it's pretty simple. And especially now that they updated it, they have a lot of like AI tools and stuff you can use. So it makes it it streamlines the process and it makes it a lot easier. So we're gonna get into it, buddy. So what are we gonna do today, huh? What are we gonna do today? Today we are going to be designing some pants, not no ordinary pants. You see over here? Let me zoom in on that. You see this? You understand? What are we designing? So this is the blue jay. You understand? Okay. So the blue jay is a bird, of course, and it's native here in Georgia. And I saw it like for a couple of years, and I've always wanted to draw it. I drew the red cardinal like a while back, and I try to make pants for it. So for this collection, for my brand, I use God's creation as my inspiration to design my pieces. So that whether it may be through his animals, nature, or elements, I'm going to be able to pull from that as my source of inspiration to design and create my own pieces for my brand. So this is the concept I have here. The fact about the blue jay is that it's a passerine bird in the family of Corvidae, native to Eastern North America, hence why here in Georgia we see them a lot. And they weigh from 2.3 to 3.8 ounces. They're really, really lightweight birds, but they're very, very majestic and beautiful birds. When you see them in nature, like it's a beautiful sighting. And here, so the design concept is that I wanted to create something, of course, that has never been done. We're always caught in this sense of like everything under the sun nothing is new under the sun, right? But for me, I don't believe that. You feel me? I truly believe that there's a way to be innovative and creative in fashion without being generic and not doing too much at the same time. However, you see a lot of brands, especially in today's time in 2025, bro, like every brand is the same. Like everyone is pulling from the same thing, trying to just make a quick buck. But like for me, I'm like, yo, I don't care about the money. Like I truly want to have a design that speaks for itself, that's valuable, and that has a story behind it. It's not just, oh, I seen this on Pinterest and now I want to make it. No, come on, brother. No. So this is what we're going to do, all right? I'm going to show y'all. First, I have a separate video of me sketching the bird and, like, you know, adding the shading, the details, the colors, and all that. I have a separate video for that. But essentially, this is what we're going to focus on. We're going to be focusing on the pants. So designing denim pants. I have the 2D mock-up that I made in Procreate to go along with it. And this is just a rough mock-up because I feel like it's going to come together when I actually make it in CLO 3D. And this is going to be a multi-series or not multi-series. This is going to be a series, a series of videos I'm going to have to make because I'm not going to be able to finish the design all in one day. I do have to go and take care of something within like the next hour before Home Depot closed. So I got to make sure I go over there before it's too late. But essentially, this is going to be the premise of it. We're going to have denim. The idea was to have a juxtaposition between two textures, which would be denim and leather. I've been really infatuated with leather as of recently when it comes to design, and I love adding leather on various material types or garment types or textures that you wouldn't necessarily think they go together, you know. So I wanted to play around with that and see how I can make it come together. If you don't understand this concept, essentially, if you look here at the bird, where is it at? So you see here on the bird, the blue jay has this defined point that comes in like a triangle, right? And I wanted to define that to showcase on the back side of it, because you only see the wings, how they cuff together on the back of its body when it's turned around. So for me, I was like, yo, I want to be able to design this, and this probably is like a better view. I want to be able to design this. This is the tail of the wing. So this is like the body, and this is the tail of the wing, kind of draping down the pants. So it will be a additional layer of fabric, which would be the leather that would be attached onto the denim pants. And the fitment, I'm going for a more 70s flared style type of fitment. It may look kind of baggy in CLO 3D, but that would have to be taken care of when I actually make the mock-up and not make the mock-up, but when I get it manufactured and stuff. I may even see how I can design it myself. I have a sewing machine, so I want to see and test my abilities to see how I can really, like, from start to finish in like the pre-production and like the sketching and design phase all the way up into the the manufacturing aspect of it. So I wanted to be able to incorporate that there. And then now you see back on here, it has the striping pattern, right? So I wanted to be able to showcase that. And something that's in style, and this is where like I'm pulling from what's in style now and what would be cool, is the stacked look. So if you're not familiar with the stacked look is like having multiple layers of garments stacked up where your waist will be. So like some people have stacked pants, not for like stacked pants on the bottom fringe of your pants, but the actual layer of your waistband being stacked, so you can it'll look like it's double layered essentially. Like that's the stack look, and that's what I wanted to incorporate into this design by having the black stripe look going around. So it'll be stacked up 3 layers with 3 different waistbands attached to it, with the bottom white band to of course incorporate the colors here. So that's the whole premise of this. It's not nothing too crazy, but I want it to be innovative, but also something that's fashionable and you can wear. I don't want it to just be so loud and it's just all over the place. This may be a loud design for some people, but hey, for me, this is what you call fashion, baby. This is it. No cap, man. You got it's stamp. Word. Word. It's stamp. So I wish someone would try to take this design. Oh wait, you can't. Word. But yeah, Let me get back to it. I'm sorry. All right, I'm gonna just let y'all know too. Like, I'm gonna be all over the place because like this is my first ever stream once again. So like, this is new to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm staring at a camera, but I feel like I'm talking to somebody. So hey, hello, hey, hey, dumb it. All right, let me go back. But yeah, so that's the premise of the design, and that's what we're gonna be doing. So let's go back into Clone 3D. All right, and let's go ahead and configure that so we can have a better idea. So I gotta pull up the file, and it's gonna be a file of pants. But if you guys could bear with me, I'm gonna have to turn my screen off because I may have something that I don't want to show. So just bear with me as I pull it up real quick. Oh, turn off my webcam. Okay. Damn. Who is that? Are you a sexy ass nigga? You know that? Okay, sorry. I'm totally bugging. What am I doing? Sorry. Okay. So we're gonna go to the file. I would show y'all this process, but it's nothing crazy for real. I'm really just opening up a file for the project. I just don't want to share my screen because I have other files in here that are kind of confidential. And, and people are weird. So sadly, we live in a weird world with people that are weird. Hopefully you're not weird. I mean, if you are, I am too. So it's good to be weird. Just not weird, There's just different types of weird. I'm just like, okay, buddy. Alrighty. Where is it at? And hopefully the audio is good too, that I'm not like freaking crazy loud in y'all ears. But see, I don't know which one it is because there's like 3 different ones. I can't quick look at it either. Okay. Okay, so first I'm going to let me just open this up. I'll open up the file and see if that'll work better, and then go from there. Yeah, I gotta leave in like 40 minutes, bro. All right, I'm gonna set a timer and I'm gonna see how much I can get done within that time frame, and depending on the time, I may even come back and continue because I want to be able to get this work done. Oh, actually, hold on, y'all. I need to post on my Instagram. I need to let people know I'm streaming. I forgot to send out the link. Let me do that real quick too. Go to YouTube. Where is my live link? Oop. My fault, y'all. This is very unprofessional. Once again, I generally don't know how to use this, so. Okay. Let me look at the. I'm literally just trying to find the link, bro. Oh, brother. Okay, bet. Designing my future collection in live. I'm gonna copy that. All right. I gotta send it to myself on message real quick. right, hopefully that works. And then put the link there. Boom. I should have did this all ahead of time, which is on me. And I'll do that for the next one for sure. And I know it's a little dry in here. I don't got no music going, no vibes or whatever, but I'm gonna take care of that in the future ones. I just wanted to just get started and stop procrastinating. And then also to okay. Proceed. All right, so while that's loading in, okay, perfect. All right, so we got the pants in, and then I'm going to, now I can share my screen again because I had to turn it off. Boom. Hey, I'm live right now on YouTube. I'm streaming how to make clothes in CLO 3D design software. Y'all come check out your boy, dude. Come show me some love, man. Now on YouTube, I'm streaming how to make clothes in CLO 3D. Ah! Y'all come check out your boy, dude. Yeah! Come show me some love, man. Hey, I'm live right now on YouTube. I'm streaming how to make clothes in CLO 3D design software. Y'all come check out your boy, dude. Come show me some love, man. Hey, I'm live right now on YouTube. I'm streaming how to make clothes in CLO 3D design software. Y'all come check out your boy. Alright. That's it. Alrighty, amigos. Alrighty, my friend. Alrighty, buddy. Okay, buddy. Let's go back to it.
So what we want to do is we gonna move this over here, all right? And then after that, we gonna, yeah, word. I bet. Now I gotta get my man again, you know what I'm saying?
I gotta chill with that voice, but okay, so this is, I'm gonna give y'all the breakdown. If y'all have never ever seen this before, this on this side right here is your 2D pattern window. So this is essentially when you're making a pattern for a garment is gonna look like this. So you design everything in this window here, and it kind of corresponds to this window here, which is your 3D window. And essentially you click this side or you click this side, and you'll get to see which panel that it corresponds to in the 3D window, which is very, very cool. So you can click here, you see that that's the bottom hemming. You click here, that's the other side of the top hemming. Like, you just click them and you'll figure it out essentially. So this, I know this is the back side, and this is the other back side. So this is the right, and then this one is the left. So this is the front panels to the garment of the pants, right? Okay, so now we have buttons, and I'm gonna kind of go through the hotkeys, some of them. So if you press 1, this is gonna show you this view. If you press 2, it centers it straight. If you press 3 on your keyboard, it turns to the other opposite angle to the right at like a 45-degree angle in the front. You press 4, it brings you all the way to the far left side. And if you press 5, it's gonna bring you to a top view. Now, if you press 6, you're gonna see it brings you to the far right side of the pants, or just of the mannequin itself. And if you press 7, it doesn't do anything. If you press 8, it brings you to the back side. If you press 9, it does not do anything. If you press 0, it brings you to underneath. So 7 and 9 does not do anything at all. But just this, remember that the 1 through 6 will give you an input of 45-degree angle straight on, a 45-degree angle side, and then you can get the top. And then 8 will show you the back side, and then 0 will show you underneath. All right, so that's just for knowing like your angles and like what type of angle you're looking at for the window. I'm gonna go ahead and add my mannequin. So if I want to have a mannequin or a model or something, you'll click Y, because this is like a part of their new update. So they changed it. At first it used to be like here on one of these tabs, but they changed it under a new update. So you click avatar, and then from there you'll be able to go to male if you want to get a male model or female model, baby, whatever, kid, whatever you want. So you can click male. I'm just gonna kind of show y'all a little bit of it. It's not gonna be something that I'm gonna use per se. I like using the blank face mannequins. I don't like to have a face. So you got Gene Ho. Yeah, Gene Ho. Then you got Leo. Then you got Lee Hampton, Luca, Thomas. Yes. Thomas, yes. Okay, everybody. So now you go to the next one, huh? Go to the next one. So now you want to click mannequin. I like using mannequin. You understand? You got FV for female version 2.1 mannequin. K stands for kid. B stands for baby. K stands for kid again. And then, M stands for man. So you double click it, and then you can click OK. Okay. And OK again. Now, boom, bada bang, shabang, shabat, shaboot. So now you see here. Oh, whoa. Now the close. Understand? So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to select here, and I'm going to hold down shift to select these. And if you hold down shift, you're allowed to select multiple garments or panels per se. And you need to select the waistband. So now I'll literally just go through to see what side of the waistband it's selecting. These waistbands correspond to the center. So you don't want to select those, because then you're going to drag it forward. So I can unselect it too. So essentially what I'm going to do now with this gimbal is that I'm going to turn it and I'm going to drag it backwards. What? So, I dragged it the wrong way, but essentially, there we go. Drag it backwards, all right? And then after, what you want to do is press spacebar. Spacebar is what allows the simulation to happen or to go on. So when I press spacebar, you're going to see the clothes merge together, all right? And here you have the threading. So these lines that we see all over the screen, these are your sewing lines. That kind of shows you where exactly the panels correspond or line up to each other. And you want to be able to, you can click here too to start the animation, but I just click spacebar. Like, just press space, boom, it simulates it. It may glitch out from time to time, like you see down here, it's kind of glitching, but you just probably give a little tug or a little pull and it'll kind of fix itself. And then it should be good. Let me see, because sometimes it does that, but it'll be alright, hopefully. But yeah, you just kind of play around with it, but it's not that major. So like, if it is an issue I need to fix later, I'll fix it. But essentially, these are baggy pants. So like, there we go. And I can just pull him forward a little bit, because I don't want him looking like a square. You feel me? He ain't no square. He a cool. So I like to do this with my mannequins too. I'm gonna highlight it, select it, and right now it's on plastic. So over here you get to change the type of material that the mannequin could be. If you want the mannequin to be fur, you can do that. I don't really see that being anything. I click metal. I like metal, and I like to select metal because you get to do this. So right here, this adds texture. This is your quality render in 3D window view. When you click this, you're able to see the textures. All right, but I like, because gold is my favorite. No cap. I'm just a gold type of person. Let me just click yellow, right? Just click yellow. But that yellow turns into gold. Shabang, shabada boom. Just like that. All right. So from there. Oh, my fault, y'all. I don't know if the chat. I need to see if the chat. Oh, dang. I was just talking and like I wasn't even. You're guarding y'all? Like.
Yo, what's good? How you doing? Yeah, baby. How you doing? Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I could have the chat going like separate on the screen. Because I couldn't see it on my screen for some reason. Can't see the left side panel. Okay. Oh, okay, my heart. Okay. Oh, it is kind of blocked off. Hold on. All right, let me know if you can see that now. Yo, I've been showing this the whole time, and y'all can't even see it. And if you hear like something blowing in the background, that's my MacBook. It sounds like it's about to explode, but don't worry about that. Oh, hello. Let me fix that. All right, for some reason I can't have my chat. Edit your stream title description. All right, now we can. All right, bet. How's that right side look? You can see the right side? Yeah. I can move the right side in a little too. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, okay, buddy. That's weird. But let me just do it like that. Oh, now you can't see it again. Hold on. I'm gonna adjust that right there. Okay, now you can see a little bit too much. Okay, let's right there, huh? Shabada bang, shabada boom, just like that. All right. I'm trying to fix this part here, y'all. Yo, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's poppin'? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I appreciate y'all for tuning in, for real. But just bear with me, because this is my first time. That's for this one. I don't know what's going on, you know? I don't know what's going on. Okay, so let's get back to the mock-up in Code 3D. I was just trying to make sure I stay engaged with y'all. I don't know how to add the alert box. Oh, I probably got to add the chat box thing here, actually. There we go. That's probably why I wasn't able to see it. Duh. Yeah, it's cool. I rock with it like that. All right, bet. And if you don't mind, Mr. Purnell, Life and Lux, if you could like text real quick, bro, or like type something in the comments. Let me see some. See if it'll pop up on the screen, so I get to know that we good to go, so I can get started on the next steps. Yes, no, maybe so. That's cool. Well, whoever's in here, if y'all don't mind, just typing to see if I could see it on the screen. But all right, let's move on. So we see here we're pretty much we got like I'm not gonna say 50% done. I'll say 25. We got 25% done, right? We already got the pants. It's black. It's supposed to be denim. If you zoom like real close. The animation, because I think that's what's making it go insane. All right, so I'm only gonna turn the animations on like a little bit. Wait, yeah, might have to keep refreshing chat. Yeah, because I don't know why like it ain't popping up on the. It should be popping up. I hope so. Uh, what did this do? Okay, we're gonna do Twitch style. Hide, delay, chat, delay. Alright, bet. Hopefully that works. If y'all can't see. But oh yeah, I think it is working. Hold on. Type again. It's supposed to be popping up right here. Or I may have to move it. Duh. Yeah, I may have to move it. Because it's supposed to be popping up on the... I'll put it right here. How about that? Okay. I see the little yurt. But when I closed out the... I don't know. I'll figure it out, y'all. Just bear with me. So alright, so we already got this one step done. So now what we want to do when we click here, and we're using this as our reference, alright? Even though it's already sketched up and everything, we're using this as our reference. So the first point we're going to work on, what I want to work on at least, is on this backside. On this backside here, we have there we go. We have this wedge shape for the feather's tail, alright? So what we want to do is we're going to measure out, we're going to do this in the 2D window, but we're going to measure out where we're going to have the line come and then go down to merge. So creating that first, like, I guess you can call it a pentagon, half pentagon shape. And then we'll work on creating the flare out of the tail for the feathers. Alright. So to do this first, what you want to do is click the panel. And right now, I can tell when I select that one panel, I can tell that I see that there's a symmetric pattern, or like there's a link editing right now. So you can see apply linked editing. That's already on there. Because when I click, let's say this panel, it highlights it in light blue. So that means that it's already, what I do on this panel is going to do to this one. So let's say if I'm going to do an internal line. So I'm going to press G. G is going to give you an internal line. So this pops up here, right? And I'm kind of just making like a rough estimate, y'all. So this is not like nothing crazy for real, but I don't know why this keeps, there we go, let me pin it. Always on top. Yeah, always stay on top. Boom. Back. Alright, so now I'm going to see that this internal line, or better yet, I'm going to show y'all, if you want to figure out where exactly you're touching. So I just clicked here. That means this is going to be on the far right side. So I know where exactly I'm going to have that point. So that point seems like it could start right here on this one. And it's going to come down. And it has an auto lock feature that it can keep it straight. But if you have an issue with that too, you can hold shift and it'll show you these vertices or axes that you can do like an angle 90 degree and you go down. So remind you gotta always look at your reference. So the line doesn't seem like it's that OD long. So you want to come like probably around like right here. So let's say like right there. And then you go down. And it crosses. So this is where you would see it cross towards this area, but it's not going to have the pant. So you want to go a little bit below. I'll tell you like right here. Yeah. And then, yeah, like right there. And finalize the line. So I bet. So boom, now we have this shape. Not too bad. It's not too bad. If I want to make it a little bit shorter to come up like right here, I could do that too. It's just kind of like playing with it. You click Z, and Z is gonna allow you to move and shift the line. So boom, now it moves up. And then if I wanted to drag it down some, that. Okay, so this is what both panels before you move on. Yeah, it's still not showing me the chat box, bro. I don't get it. Yeah, always show messages. I'm gonna get nice with this, y'all. This is only my first stream, so for sure, I'm gonna get nice with this. All right, but yeah. So boom, you got this line right here. You understand? Right? You got this line here, and like I said, what you do on one side is gonna do to the other. Right here, shebang, shabada, boom. Now I see that there's multiple lines within it. Multiple lines within it. So what we're gonna do is that, and you're gonna see what I'll do with this, guys. Let me actually fix that because it's not gonna make sense if I. There we go. I'll put it at that point. It would be a lot better to line it up, and you'll see exactly why I did that. So now I want to click G again, and I'm gonna make my second line. Now the width between this, I would say probably like right here. I like this distance for the first one, and we can always zoom in on this one, right, and see how wide that is. So like this is just me taking like a guesstimate on how wide that is. So we have blue leather, black leather, white leather, black leather, blue, which is a lot, no cap, but hey. So I'd say like right here. Yeah, let's do it right there. And then boom, you want to come down to right here, making sure that it's always even. So when I hold shift, it's a straight line going down. Boom. And then coming down this way. And you want it to be even throughout. And I say like right. I think right there should be good. And then you click the point again to end the line. All right, so boom. We got that. Now, the blue and the black line is the same thickness. And then, which I may have to create an outer line here to create that blue line because it may be a lot actually. So, I'm gonna create another line like right here. And then, you see that like that pink line, it lines up. I'm gonna hold shift to make sure it's a straight line. And then I could line it up right there, which is not what you want actually. I just messed that up. Yeah, no cap. All right, let's redo that. Sometimes you don't need it to line up all the time. And if you want to know the exact measurements, actually, what am I doing? I could just do this. So, from here to here is 15.3. All right. So if I want to make a line that's 15.3, I'll do from here to here 15.2. That's 15.2, 15.3 is going to be around the same. It's all cool. So this is going to be like a guideline to know the distances around the same. Now I'm going to go down, and they should all come into like an area on the cube, like so. Drop down just a little bit more, like so. Boom. Now I'm going to drag that like so. Oh, and it needs to be consistent, like so. And on the edge of that, no, it needs to be like right here on the edge of that. And then, boom. All right. So then that's that line. And then you can go back to this line. Press Z, select that line, and backspace to delete it. Now it's gone. So now you see it's already coming just a little bit. These are your reference lines or your internal lines. So this is just kind of like giving me the rough estimate or like rough outline of how that shape looks. So we got here, inside here would be the blue line, inside here would be the black line. Now we're going to create that finer white strip and then the finer black strip. Then everything else remaining will be the blue. All right. So we're going to click G again. And this line right here, it kind of already seems like it coincides with it, which is good. So I can select here to here is 9.5. I like that distance. So we know it's 15.3 and 9.5 is what we're using. And we can make it, there we go, it lines up there. We can make it smaller. Like here. And then make sure it's at the edge. Then zoom out to see how it looks. Is it even? Nope, it's not even. There we go. Is it even? Nope. Oh, I messed up on that line. I just peeped it. It don't look right. I don't like that. Let's make it a little bit closer right here. Bro. We're gonna do it like right here. Nokia. Alright. And then go down. And because you're creating that shape, basically all these pointed lines have to, like, you should be able to draw a diagonal 45-degree angle through all of these lines. That's like the whole premise of it, essentially. All right. And then here, making sure it coincides, like right here. And then you zoom out to see how that line looks. Does it look cool? Does it look too thick? Does it look the right sizing? Yeah, maybe so. You can always make adjustments. So I'll say fire for that, man. I'll say yeah. And you end it. Now what I can do is I press X because I made a mistake here. Press X. It's not letting me click it. Oh, I selected the wrong one. No, I have to just delete this line, bro. Cause it's not letting me, actually, yeah, I could select this right here. That point, when I press Z, and I can click backspace, and then it will correct itself. So that's even better. So you'll use Z, you won't use X, my fault. X is to edit a existing curve line. Or any point line. Not internal line, but like an actual garment line. So now we got that, and we're gonna make another line just like that. And probably you want to see the distance, 4.1. So I want to go 4.1 right there. Boom. And then go down, making sure that it makes that like diagonal. Boom. Come all the way across, and then making sure it looks even, same distance in between. I'll say like a right about there seems pretty cool. A little bit up, yeah, right there. Double click it again. Shabada bang, shabada boom. Now we valid. You heard? All right, bet. So then go back to this line here. Select here and delete that. Yeah, why that guy his ass cheated? There we go. Wait, why did it delete the other line? Hold on. I gotta just create a line going up from here to there. To line it up right there. Oh, my computer froze. I was like, bro, what's going on? Boom. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now you can see here we got the blue line, black line, the white line, black line, and then all this is going to be blue. Now you look back at here and you're just like, yo, but I don't see the basically this leather wedge shape of the feather going all the way in between the lines, which is a very good observation. Yes, it is. So what I can do is I can pull these lines even further up so that it doesn't interfere with that if that was a problem. Like if I wanted to start, let's say at this line here. It won't let me select it. At this line here. So that could be like the starting point, right? So what I can do is that I could select all these points here, or all these lines, like here. Hold shift, click the internal. Oh, I gotta zoom in. Internal, boom, 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 boom. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one. All the points. Just gonna select everything because we're gonna move it. It's a tedious process. It's probably an easier way, but this is what I do. And then just make sure you zoom in and select all of them. All right. Okay. And then now I want this line to start where this line is. So when I move everything, when I press A, when you select A, it gives you the option to move and select move the selected items. So I'll move this, and you see the point where it used to be, and boom, you move it up. So now you see that this is kind of going off of the pants, right? So what we're gonna do is that you have to readjust the lines now. You'll readjust them. Even some of these, I'm gonna like go back and readjust them. I don't like how skinny those are, but you'll click Z, and you can just drag it down. Drag it down. And kind of just select all of these and just drag them down. And then select all of these. Then drag them back towards this area. Right there. This one. Drag it. And then this one, I don't want this one all the way out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it all the way back. Bada bang, bada boom. Just like that. So now we got a line presentable, per se. You see what I'm saying? Now it's coming together. All right, and then I want to fix these lines right here. I don't like how bunched up they are, because yeah, they're a lot smaller than the first two original lines, but they're not supposed to be like that OD close. You feel what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna lift this one up like right here, and we're kind of like gonna give it a little bit more space, like right there. Or yeah, and then lift this one up a little bit more too. That's still not enough. It needs to match this length. So what we can do is just make another point. So this point is 5.3. All right. So this is 5.3. So I want to make sure I make another point that's 5.3. 4.5, 5.2, 5.3. Boom. Now this is like my reference line. And then you click Z and just drag it to meet that one. Then you press Z, then you delete this one. Now this is equal distance. All right. Now we can go back and do the same thing over here. Oh, this looks pretty decent. And another thing you could do once again is just you click this point on the line and then this point on the line. You see it's what 21.9. Oh no, I'm tripping. It's 4.6. It's a small number in black that you can't really see because of the denim, but it says 4.6. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's 4.6. What does it say? 4.1. So then that's the problem. It's not the same length going all the way. So you want to press Z, select that line, and you can move it up a little bit. Now go back. Boom. 4.2. So go create a line that goes up to 4.6. 4.2, 4.8. Oh, wait, I gotta move this line back down so it doesn't interfere with it. All right. So here, 4.7, 4 point. All right. I saw 4.6. Come on. There we go. Boom. Oh. Imagine. All right. 4.7. 4.6. Bruh, I'm literally clicking. I see 4.6 and then it keeps going back to the. Measured at the same line. So this is 4.6. This should be 4.6. All right, it's like an auto feature. So I know what to do now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this line even further down so it can't even mess with it. And then right here, measure 4.6. Right here, measure 4.6. Bet. And then click here. Then press Z. Then drag this line to line up with that. Now these are the equal length. So press Z again. And then I could delete this line. And now I know that these two are equal length. So I can go over here. And then I can measure it the same way. I press here. Press here. Oh. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna have to leave soon. For sure. I'm definitely gonna have to leave. Alright, so this is 4. This is in I think it's in centimeters too. So this is 4 centimeters wide. But that's not gonna be like the real measurements when you make it in real life. It'll be a lot different for sure. So this is 4 wide. You want to press Z, press G again to open up that internal line, and then this is 4.3. So I'm literally just one off, and it's a tedious process if you want everything to be like the same per se. Does it really matter? Yes and no, but for me, I'm a little stickler on it. I kind of want to just make sure like I'm doing it right, or it's as clean as it can be. So this is 4.1. So what I'm gonna do once again is I'm gonna just move this line out the way, and I'm gonna do G. Boom. This 4.0. Okay. So I do a line here. 4.0. Press. This is 4.3.8, 3.9. 4.4, and it's trying to line up. What I see it doing is lining up with this line, so I'm gonna move this line out the way to go over there. I'm gonna press G again, make this line 4.0, and then boom, 4.0, and then I'm gonna select that. So then now I can move this line when I press Z, drag it back to line up with this line, and then now I can merge these two together, because it would be the same distance. So then you'll press or select the line and you'll click delete, sitting in both. And you know that you did it right when you see this. It both has the 180 and it's in green. So it shows you that these are equal in length. So that's just like a little trick that you can do. A little cool little, not hack, but cool little thing that's to help you out when you're trying to make like congruent lines or lines that are similar in length. And once again, because I did it on this right side of the panel, like this right side here, I don't have to do it on this left side because it's linked in its editing. So now that I have these lines, a cool thing that I could do is I could select these actually, And what I can do is select them with Z. I'm gonna hold down shift and select all these internal lines. Select all of them. And this is like me doing trial and error. Like when it comes to like designing in CLO 3D, I am not no specialist and I'm not claiming to be one. But I just like do trial and error with when I'm doing it. And when I get, a lot more familiar with it, then I'll be able to have like better methodologies. But this is kind of like what I like to do. So, all right, right now, like I said, this is the top layer is an additional layer on top of the pants. So it's not like you go from denim straight to leather in the sewing process. Like it's an added layer. So you'll have the full pants constructed like this already. And now I'm throwing on leather on top of it. So like you would have 2 layers. The first layer being denim and then the second layer being leather. Instead of it being like denim and then it merges into leather. But I'm putting leather on top of it. Will it be better to do that? I don't really think so, because I'm thinking about if you're sitting down and basically you're sitting on top of the leather, it doesn't have any type of structural support. So if you have denim pants that are already constructed, then you put leather on top, it'll be more durable. So it'll be less prone to ripping, less prone to the crease. It will have creases, but it won't be as bad. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I was kind of thinking about. And as a designer, you got to think about stuff like that, on how like the clothes will be made and just like the everyday aspect of the functionality of it. You feel what I'm saying? So, all right, boom. So I got that. Now I'm going to right click on these lines and I'm going to click cut. Failed to cut the pattern until the line must be intersected. What do you mean, brother? What do you mean? I'm going to just click one and cut them at a time. All right, boom. So now it's cut. All right. And press A and move this. So now I have this one piece. Now what I'm going to do with this one piece is that I'm going to click it. I'm going to do Command C. If you don't know Command C and you use a computer, Command C is copy. And Command V is paste. So now I'm going to put that over there. And you're going to see why I'm doing that, because that's going to be your additional layer that you're putting on top, which is going to be the leather. All right. Excuse me. And then you're basically going to repeat the whole process of like keep cutting them so you get the sizing. And then you're going to like right click, cut. Oh, snap. Ooh, you just like, hold on, how you do that? No cap. That's how you do that. Boom. Another layer. Smooth. Wham bam. Whoop de doo. Dumbass. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga Young Thug is crazy. Whoop de doo. Alright. Boom. And just kind of just throw them out there. So you just put them out there. Next one. Oh my Next one. And you see this like weird V-like cut. It's a pleat. So essentially it was cut and the sewing line shows you that it's a pleat. Because when you look closer on the 3D window, you see that it's sewn together right here. Well, you can't really see that well. You're just looking at this. Yeah, shut up. It's not really showing it, but essentially it's a pleat. So, well, there you go. You can see it a little bit right there. It's a pleat. So that's why you see that awkward V shape. But if you were to put an internal line through it, it may glitch out. You may have to connect it here. You connect it right here and then continue and connect it on that side. But it would show as a completed line like how it's doing right here. And now you're going to do the same thing again. Hold shift. Oh, it's already selected for the whole line. Bet. I'm going to do right click. Not the whole thing. Goofball. Right click. And then you're going to click cut. And then just make sure you copy it. Control V. And boom. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to have to do the same to these lines here too. I'm going to have to copy them. And then boom, right click, cut. Then I want to select that, copy, and then throw that out there. And like I said, you guys are going to see why I'm doing that. Now, these lines are all together, which are not there. Well, I don't know why. Now you got to click Z for this one. You can't just select the whole thing. You want to select the internal line. And then I'm going to do cut. Some points of the cutting lines are not properly intersecting boundaries. Would you continue by extending them to yes. So it can automatically do it for you. What the hell? Okay, I see what it's saying. So I was directly on that point. That's why I ended up doing that. Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and copy this one there. I see what it's saying. And let me see if I can merge these two back, because these have to line up as one. You can group them. Grouping, for me, I think that's better. You just click group. And now when you move one, they all move together. So yeah, that's one panel. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna even copy this one too. And then paste that. Then I could move that to the side right there. All right. And for this, it was supposed to give me actually the, no, I don't think it did that right. We have two large ones. So you can go through. So right now, boom, one large, two small lines, and then here. Yep. And I can reconstruct it by literally moving these two together. If it'll let me select them. These two together, kind of like line them up. They're not going to be perfect, but it's just like as a reference point. And then this one. Like right here. And then this one. Boom. And then this one. Well, clearly that's not the right one right there. This one probably goes there. And you do this to make sure your lines line up, because if it don't, it's gonna cause the pants to like glitch out when you try to animate them. All right, boom, and then this completes it. That's like the final piece. Boom. So then that's your panel, and I just keep this just in case if I do need it. Now I can do this. And I gotta do the same thing on this side. So now, even though I have it here, it didn't, well, it did do it, but I need to copy each and every single one of them. So I'm going to see that. And I'm going to group these two together so I don't lose them. Bet. And then I'm going to select all of these. You feel what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? Like that, tight, boom. And I'm gonna do Command D. Now Command D, what does that do? It duplicates, dude. Oh. It ain't doing it. Oh, because it has linked editing. Alright, so you can't, I don't think you could duplicate if you have linked editing on. But just copy it and then paste it. And it'll do the same thing. Yes, whatever. Alright, so now this is going to be the layer of leather. Can someone say leather? But so we're going to go ahead and add the leather texture. Sure. Okay. Go to fabric, my fault. Go to fabric. And you can look through for the assets. They give you a lot of assets. You can search up leather. Now they got this animal leather, vegan leather. That kind of gives you more like snake skin. And this is like the vegan leather smooth. Am I feeling it? No. You can go to connect assets. And this is going to give you more realistic type of materials that's on the CLO 3D website. And I can just type in leather. Right? Now I see that they have some for free. And I highlighted this, but if you unhighlight it, you'll see fabrics that cost bread. You can literally pay for fabrics. Am I gonna do that? Nah, because I don't need to. Why would I do that? I can get it for free. You know what I'm saying? So boom, shabada bang, shabada boom. The leather I'm going for is not gonna be quilted. It's not gonna be weaved. It's not gonna have no type of print. It's gonna be smooth. I want that buttery leather. You see what I'm saying? Recycled leather. I mean, this kind of gives me the texture, yeah. I'm gonna play around with it. Let me see. Which one is? Bro, scrolling too quick. Why are you doing that? Yeah, like that full grain type of thing. You feel what I'm saying? Or Okay. All right, I'm gonna go with this one. I'm gonna go with the full grain brown. All right. So what you want to do is you will select your pattern window, like the garment pieces, and you're gonna click here and drag it. When you drag it, it's gonna import that onto it, and now you have a separate layer of fabric on it. Right. Now you're gonna do the same thing on this side. You're gonna click here. Now that's already in your window, you don't have to click it on here. So what you can do is really just drag it and then drop it onto it. Oh, I didn't select all of them. That's why I didn't. Oh, that's why I didn't do it. You select them all. Shabada bang, shabada boom. Now they all got the leather. So now when I look at it, I like that texture. That gives me leather vibes. You feel me? And what I can do next is that I can change the color of it. So I'm gonna have this right here, and I'm gonna simulate this so it can kind of like go back to normal. Oh, I forgot these. Actually, I'm not gonna simulate that. I'm tripping. So clearly, you see all these just floating in space right now. These are all your patterns that are going to be like your leather pieces that are going to be on top of the garment. And essentially what I have to do, because I cut all of these panels, I didn't sew them back. So now what I need to do is sew them. Like that. And then I can click sew. I think it should be apply link editing, symmetry patterning with sewing. Yes. And now this looks like it's sewed to. Well, it doesn't look sewed together. All right, so you can check the sewing lines to see if it's even lined up. And you see here, there's literally no sewing line on this. So there's no sewing line here. There's literally no sewing lines on none of these. Okay, so I got to go in and manually add the sewing line. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So, and it's not going to be difficult. It's not hard. You can use N. N is going to give you segment sewing. So up here, if you see it, it's going to say segment sewing. And you have M. So N as in Negro or... or Niagara Falls is going to give you the segment. And then if you want like a fine point, free sewing is going to be M, like manual drop stick shift. You heard? Okay. All right, but because I know these are straight lines and I know where they pair up to, I can literally press these two together and I pair those, and it's going to do it. Like, it's going to take a little minute. Boom, boom. Boom. Now you see these little tick marks. shows you which way you're sewing the garment. So let's say, for example, if I'm sewing this piece here, I have this tick mark facing up, and I know that this piece connects to this one. I need to make sure that the tick mark goes upwards, because you see how the lines, the dashed lines, the dotted lines match up evenly with the points. If I was to do like this, then it's gonna sew this top end to the bottom one, and it's gonna create like a little weird glitch because the sewing lines aren't correct. And I would show you that, but actually I could show you that. You see, I click it here, click it here. If I click sew, it's gonna start spazzing out, or it's not too bad, but you see how it's scrunching up and it's bunching up. You don't want that. So go back. You always double check your sewing lines to make sure properly. Now I can't do a segment sewing line because this whole segment isn't gonna match up here. Now I have two different panels that I'm sewing together to equal the full length. So what I need to do is I click M, and I'm gonna start here first because I know I can calculate this distance. Click here. I'm gonna click here and drag it, and it shows me the dotted line where it's gonna end. Then I click there. Now I'm gonna click the other panel here at 127.8, and I'm gonna start it where I ended off, and it should line up. And if it lines up correctly, blue dotted line or blue dot will line up at the end of the panel. My fault. All right, and then next you can go back to and then having these two panels. They're kind of inside each other, which does not look good. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm gonna have to move that actually just a little bit. There we go. And I press N, and boom, boom, boom. And then these already have lines, and you see those tick marks, which ones have lines, which ones don't. Zoom in, this one to this one, this one, this one, those got them. And they'll all be different colors. And you see here, and this one goes to that. So you see that dashed line back here, or that right here. Right. Now I'm gonna click sew, which I need to do on this side actually. These don't have sewing lines at all. So I gotta do the same thing I did on that side. And I promise y'all that it probably is easy, but this is just the way that I'm familiar with it. And this is what I do. I don't mind the extra step. I'd rather be safe than sorry. And then this line right here. Now go back to clicking M on that panel right there. And then show you the blue dot. Boom. Click here. Line up this panel right there. Line up that blue dot. Your mouse is really fast right there. Boom. I believe that should be it for the sewing line. So now when I click simulate, you will see that let me hold on. 3D window, they're all gonna sew together and come in uniform. Now for this, I'm gonna click hide. I'm gonna hide this 3D pattern, and I'm gonna also hide these as well. Well, let me just select them here. And then hold shift. And this is just for like demonstration to kind of show y'all like well, I could just do command Q. Yeah, I could do command Q. Wait, no. Yo, what happened? That was so weird. Yo, CLO 3D crashed? Nah, son. Yo, if it just didn't save, oh my gosh, dude. I'm gonna be tight, bro. Nah. I'm gonna be tight. And this, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. This happened before, where it crashed, and I had like so many different garments that I had sewed together, and it just, all the files were just gone. And I was like, bro, like, sometimes if your computer just can't handle it, I will say you need a really good computer for processing if you want to use this. Because if you don't, it's going to be real. It's going to be a pain in the ass to use this. Bruh, no way. Oh my gosh, bro. There's no way. Oh my gosh, bro. It didn't save, bro. Yeah, I'm getting off. Hey, it was nice. No cap. I'm check back in with y'all. No cap. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed or y'all learned something. You feel me? You feel what I'm saying? That is so crazy to not save. I'm gonna see if I can go through and like figure out if it has some type of autosave feature or something. I don't know. But I do gotta head out. And that's so crazy that it literally did not save. One thing I will say, when you make progress, just go ahead and save it so you don't have that issue. That's so crazy, bro. Wow. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Yeah, bro, that's so crazy, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed it though. It was great being on here. A lot more of this is gonna be happening. I'm gonna show y'all a lot of the behind the scenes of me designing clothes into CLO 3D, making animations and all that. Hopefully my computer don't crash. I'm trying to contain myself from crashing out.
But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? It's all good or whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna get y'all on the next one, man. You know what it is, baby. It's all love. Word.
Oh, actually, no, I don't want to be. Okay, let me just stop. I'm getting off. All right, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If you haven't subscribed, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, GG's for real, bro. Like, it really just, like, bro, that shit's weird, bro. Like, it literally just froze. And then it just, out of nowhere, just stopped. A whole hour and stuff, bro. Like, it gets to a point, dude. But I'm going to catch y'all. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Be authentic.